Hello everyone, I'm Tokudo, and today I'm doing a Lego Bionicle book review on the first Bionicle chapter book in Bionicle Generation 2, and the first book in Bionicle Generation 2 out of all the the comics and the activity books and chapter books. This is the first G2 book we actually have gotten. This book was released on August 26th in 2015. At the time of recording, it's actually I think around 6 months ago. I think. I'm not too sure. But before I go on to talk about this book review will contain spoilers if it wasn't obvious enough. So if I were you, if you haven't read the book yet, I recommend reading the book and come back here if you want to. It's your decision. Without further ado, I'm going to begin. Let's take a look at the cover first. Nothing too special. It's just Tahu, Master Fire. He's just on his lava board. It's the same, art as his box art, like in his set, and it's a pretty cool cover. I like how they chose Tahu because he's the main Toa, always in, but he's like Bionicle's main icon of character, you can say. So yeah, it's a cool cover, I think. And move on to the back. This is a weird picture actually because we have Vizuna, Protector Jungle, right here, and Vizuna is in the region of Earth. I don't understand this. It's weird because Vizuna should probably be in the jungle region, not in the Earth region. Korga should be in this picture, not Vizuna. So it's kind of weird. But I'm going to read this description. Oh yeah. Also we have the 6 golden mask for each of the Toa. Pretty cool. So it says, on the island of Koto, darkness is coming. Craving power, the evil Maku searches for the 3 mythical masks that will enable him to take over the world. Desperate, a group of 6 elemental protectors must call upon the help of 6 elemental heroes known as the Toa. To defeat evil, they will have to track down the ancient power mask and unlock their secrets, all while fighting waves of skull spiders sent to destroy them. An all-new epic Bionicle legend begins here. So a pretty interesting description, I would say. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the cover, back and front and back. So here's how I'm gonna, review this book pretty much. I'm just gonna talk about my favorite parts of the book and my least favorite parts. So I'm gonna talk about my favorite parts of the book. Before I got this book, I was very curious at how they're gonna pull this off. I was wondering if they're gonna copy off right after the animations, which they did, but they did that towards the end of the book. In the beginning of the book, they didn't copy anything out. It's something we completely different. They didn't do anything, copy anything off of the animations at all. I thought it was pretty interesting. It was actually the first 3 chapters. The last 3 chapters were actually copied right off the animations, but it was like transcript into this book, pretty much. So I thought it was pretty weird that they didn't do anything, special for like the rest of the book. But yeah. Favorite parts of the book, I would say. Oh, excuse me. I would say my favorite chapter of the book would be chapter. I would say chapter 1 because we get introduced to a new character named Bingzak, who is a young boy, a villager. We get introduced to him. We haven't seen him at all, not even Bionicle animations. We haven't even heard of him from the website or anything until, this is the first time we ever heard from this character from this book, and that's really cool. I do like the name Bingzak, and I thought it was very interesting. And it's cool we get to introduced to a new character. We also do in the Revenge of the Skullspiders book, which I will review sometime soon. But yeah, it's really cool to get them, getting me new characters. I was not expecting to see any new characters in this book, to be honest. I thought they, like I said, I thought they would copy right off the animations, but surprisingly they did it. I mean, they did, but not the whole entire book. I guess we could take a look through it. It's not much to show because it's not like the graphic novel has pictures all over. It just has a couple images you see. You got Kimu's mask and mask creation and all 6 Toa. Now each chapter actually shows like a mask, like chapter 1, the heroes arrive. He has Godly's mask. Chapter 2, I think, has Kabaka's mask. Yeah, Kabaka's mask. Chapter 3 has Lewa's. Chapter 4, Nuwa's. And then chapter 5, Ohatu. Chapter 6 is Tahu. Yeah, Tahu. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I like some of the, kind of drawings you could say. I mean, it's probably just, hand drawn, but I'm not going too much into that, but yeah, chapter 1's my favorite chapter in the book. It actually is the longest chapter, I think. Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna count now, but I think it is the longest chapter because it goes on to chapter 1 starts from page 1, of course, and goes to page 42. So yeah, it's I think it's the long yeah it's got to be the longest chapter in the book. I don't think it is any other chapter in the book that is as long as that. I don't have a lot to say about this book. I mean, I do like how they added some cool things. They gave us some information that we didn't know before. Like they mentioned the Mask of Time, which I thought was interesting. How it was in a vault. I thought that was very interesting. Was we haven't heard much about the Mask of Time, and that was before we actually got the graphic novel, which is out now. That's where we get a little we get to see an image of the Mask of Time, but we actually know where the Mask of Time is and what it's what were they were doing, the protectors were doing with it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say. I was kind of disappointed. I mean, I wasn't too surprised that they were going to copy off the animations, but at the time when this book came out, the rest of the Summer Wave animations did not come out. So this was good for us, information wise. So I could, give a plus for that, for, being copied off the animations. It doesn't bother me too much, but it kind of disappoints me because, I've seen all the animations, and looking back, reading this book, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of not worth reading. But reading the first 3 chapters, it is worth reading because it's very good. So I'm trying to think of anything else to say. Honestly, I don't. Well, actually, we do get the protectors' names in this book, which we have not gotten the sets, like on the boxes. It shows like for the elemental creatures, we have their names on it, but I don't know why we didn't get any names for protectors when the sets first came out. So we did. The protectors' names were revealed in this book, and that's pretty cool. That's a plus. And yeah, it's pretty much all I had to say. If I did miss anything I had to say about this book, I will probably say in the comments. I'll probably just mention it something I missed. I don't think I did. I'm just gonna see. Just gonna quick look through. But overall, it is a good book. I enjoy it. I did like this book. I do like chapter books. I'm a big reader. I like to read, and this is a good book. I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna go on my final thoughts and my ratings of it. Pretty much overall, this is a good book. Now to compare it to like G1 chapter books, I read quite a few of them. I would say like comparing it to Tale of the Toa, like how this was the first Tale of the Toa was actually the first Lego Bionicle chapter book. Now I think Island of the Lost Mask is much better than Tale of the Toa. Just to say that if G1 versus between the two books, I think the G2 this book Island of the Lost Mask is much better than Tale of the Toa. Just because I didn't really like the ending for Tale of the Toa, it was just kind of, but pretty much the whole book was just rushed. I thought, but I'm not talking about Tale of the Toa. I thought it was a good book. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading it when I first got it. I was hooked to it. I'm a big Bionicle fan. And for any Bionicle fan, this is a good book. I do recommend it. And I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Overall, I would give this book an 8 out of 10. The only part that really bothers me, and it does bother a lot of people, well, it kind of bothers me, but it does bother a lot of people, is that, the summary animations are, put right into it. But like I said earlier, at the time when this book came out, the rest of the summer animations just started coming out. So we didn't know a whole lot of what's going on for the summer wave. But this was a good book for information about what was going on in the summer wave. But overall, this was a good book. So, like I said, I give this book an 8 out of 10. And that's pretty much it for this book review of Island of the Lost Mask. Tell me in the comments what you think of this book. Overall, well, actually, I keep saying overall. Yes, tell me in the comments what you think of this book. Tell me if I missed anything. I don't think I did. If I did, like I said earlier, I was, pointing out in the comments But thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, give a thumbs up. You don't have to. And yes, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.